I suddenly realized that the limping beggar I had just run into was actually my boxer boyfriend, the man I had been searching for over the past 2 years. He was so close to me, yet I didn't recognize him. I ran back to the place where we crossed paths, praying I wouldn't miss him a second time. I searched every street nearby one by one, but never found that familiar face. The most painful thing in this world is losing the person you love most. I broke down crying on the sidewalk, sobbing so hard I could barely breathe, pounding my own chest with both fists. The first time we met was in a tiny security booth. Back then he was still a professional boxer, and the thing he loved most was watching boxing matches. I sat down beside him and handed him some snacks. Like an old friend, I told him I had brought his favorite seaweed rolls. He looked confused because we didn't know each other at all. After studying me for a moment, he realized I had a vision problem. It wasn't until he made a sound that I realized I had mistaken him for someone else. I forced an awkward smile, apologized, and got ready to leave. But suddenly, it started pouring outside. Worried I'd get soaked, he told me I could wait inside until the rain stopped. He even switched the TV to the channel I liked to listen to. I focused on the program, and I could feel a warm presence beside me. I felt his gaze, and the way he kept looking away whenever I turned my head, nervous, flustered. When the rain finally stopped, I left the seaweed rolls as a thank you gift. I reminded him to water the night-blooming jasmine. I'd be coming back to check. He looked toward the corner and saw that there really was a jasmine plant there. When he got home, he couldn't wait to try the seaweed rolls I had left. He smiled without realizing it. Even though I couldn't see, I stayed optimistic. I never let blindness stop me from living my life. Every time I made it down the stairs safely, I thanked the elevator. I worked customer service at a company, and even when I dealt with difficult customers, I kept smiling. Even when my supervisor crossed the line sometimes, I just endured it, as long as he didn't go too far. My only way to unwind after work was to visit the security booth to listen to the broadcasts. It wasn't that I didn't have the equipment at home, I just didn't like being alone. One day I asked him to open the door for some fresh air, and I caught a strange smell. I couldn't help asking if something had gone bad. He sniffed, and immediately pulled his foot back. He rushed to put on shoes, and to break the awkwardness, I kept asking random questions. He sounded a bit annoyed, but I could tell he was trying his best to be patient. Then he excused himself to use the restroom, and washed his feet carefully. When I was about to leave, he handed me back my lunchbox. Inside he had placed 4 peaches as a gift in return. I thought he was a kind guy, so I reached out to introduce myself. When I touched his palm, I felt how rough his hands were. I smiled and asked what he used to do for work. That question seemed to hit a part of his past he didn't want to revisit. He didn't answer, he just calmly told me his name was Zhang Ming.